Tristan, turn your chair around for me, Ben. Thank you. Hey, you guys had a response sheet. Pass here. That said, Julie said when you put a bottle of juice in a cooler full of ice, the juice gets cold. That's because the cold transfers to the juice and slows down the kinetic energy of the juice particles. Raise your hand if you agree with Julie. Catherine, Morgan, you agree with Julie? Yes? Can you tell me why? Okay. Who has something to add to that? Who wants to add to what Catherine said? Yes, ma'am.
The way she put it, I would kind of disagree with that because...
Why would you disagree with what Catherine said?
Like, well...
Now, I'm saying that because I agree with what Catherine said. That as things cool off, the kinetic energy slows down. Is that what you were saying, Catherine? Okay.
But energy doesn't transfer from colder to warmer.
You can't transfer cold?
You can't transfer... No, energy flows from warmer particles to colder particles.
From warmer particles to colder particles.
So the juice... No, the ice couldn't have... Like, it couldn't have made the juice cold. Like, the juice is the one that made the ice warm. Like, yeah, until equilibrium switch.
So the juice actually warmed up the ice. The ice did not cool down the juice. Is that what you're saying?
What?
Who has something to say to that? Ashton first.
A way to kind of explain it is if you're trying to like decrease the volume of water in a like
Now that we're not talking about volume at all.
making it in a comparison to make it easier to
Don't want to compare anything. Not yet. Faith.
The juice actually didn't make the ice warmer.
It didn't?
The juice sped up the particles of the bottle, which sped up the particles of the ice.
Hey, the juice particles sped up the particles of the bottle, which sped up the particles of the ice. Didn't the ice get warmer?
Yeah.
So the
But it
juice,
was the bottle's particles.
the juice warmed up the bottle, which warmed up the ice. So if it hadn't have been for the juice, we wouldn't have warmer ice.
Yeah.
Okay. The bottle held it.
Yeah. But you
The
have
bottle
to-
just transferred that energy right through.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Better explain what everyone is saying. Better explain what everyone is saying is that everybody's saying how the juice warms the ice. True.
Yeah.
But the juice still gets cold because the juice is transferring heat energy, which is calories, and it's losing calories, which makes the juice colder and the ice warmer. So just to clarify, juice is still getting cold.
The juice is getting cold because of why, Sarah?
Because all the energy from the ice in the cooler is being forced. It's like how a thermometer heats up.
Okay, so what was my question? What did I ask you?
How the juice.
You can read off of mine.
No,
The
this last question.
but the juice is getting colder.
The juice is getting colder.
Yes.
Okay, the juice is getting
You
colder.
asked me how.
Why?
Because the area surrounding the
Why is the juice getting colder? Malik, nice and loud, please.
Juice is getting colder because the juice is giving off the energy to the ice. The ice can't transfer to the it can't transfer energy because it don't get a lot of energy.
Okay, so the juice has more energy than the ice. The juice is giving up energy to the ice.
Yeah, so if you keep on giving that energy, the juice is gonna become cold.
The juice will get colder because it's losing energy. And the ice is going to get
Hotter and melt. Like,
hotter.
the particles moving around faster.
Particles are moving faster because they're gaining kinetic energy. And it'll melt. Reedy, what do you want to say?
So in the beginning, the juice has a higher kinetic energy, and the ice has a lower kinetic energy.
Mhm.
So when the juice particles and the ice particles collide, then the juice transfers kinetic energy to the ice until the juice and the ice have equal amount of kinetic energy, and they have the equal temperature. So the juice has a decrease in kinetic energy because it transfers kinetic energy to the ice. And the ice has an increase in kinetic energy because it's getting kinetic energy from the juice.
Hey, Faith, what do you want to say to Reedy? Go ahead and say it. I wasn't listening. What? Reedy said that the juice gives its energy to the ice.
Yeah, the kinetic energy from the particles in the juice transfer through the bottle to the ice.
What?
They transfer through the bottle to the ice.
Through the bottle to the ice.
Yes.
I thought for sure you would pick up on that.
I said the bottle already.
I know you did, but Reedy didn't.
Oh.
What do you want to say, Mason?
Okay, so what Faith was trying to say, or what Faith did say about the bottle and the particles,
Yes.
like, what Richie was also saying, just adding the bottle part, with the juice getting, lowering the Ke energy and the ice gaining Ke energy, they're actually just, like, giving energy to each other until they both reach equilibrium.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
You just said that the ice gave energy to the juice.
It sure did.
Show enough wrong. Wrong. Ah, no. No. Okay, I will say this. There will come a point in time when you are right. But that's...
What are you trying to say?
No, I meant with the juice and the ice.
Okay.
There is a point where they are...
Fine.
There will come a point in time when the ice particles and the bottle particles are giving energy back and forth.
Just not right now.
Not at the beginning, no.
I thought we were in the middle.
Now, if we're in the middle, yes. Okay. What, Sarah?
I think it works. I think it kind of works like how the thermometer works.
Exactly. Just like a thermometer works. Jovi?
So like the
I didn't have to tell you to be loud.
it's like the juice gives kinetic energy to the ice, but the reason why the juice cannot gain kinetic energy is because one, there's no hot there's nothing hotter than the juice nearby which can give energy to the juice, and it cannot just create its own energy because of the law of conservation of energy, which says that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can simply, it can go from one such object to another, but it cannot be created or destroyed.
Or it can go from one form to another.
Okay.
Okay. Or from one substance to another.
Okay.
Now, okay, so whether something is cooling down or if it's warming up, all this has to do with is kinetic energy. Then what does kinetic energy have to do with the fact that every substance known to man, its melting point and its freezing point, the temperature at which a substance melts and the temperature at which a substance freezes is the exact same temperature. Yes. The water, I'm sorry, H2O. H2O will freeze at 0 degrees. H2O will also melt at 0 degrees. How can that be? What makes it melt or freeze? I mean, why is there a difference? Catherine? So how ice, wait a minute, when ice starts to what? Okay, so I have solid ice. So it starts to melt? Okay, so when solid H2O starts to melt into a liquid H2O, why isn't it, why aren't those liquid drops turning back into a solid? If it melts and freezes at the same temperature, what is it that is going to control whether that H2O is melting or freezing? Mason, what do you want to say?
The particles' movement is what I want to say.
Well, duh.
Okay.
Okay, what's going to affect the particle movement?
The temperature heating of. Okay, so the temperature heating is like speeding up the particles, which is making them.
Where'd the heat come from? I didn't say anything about heat. Bottle? What? But I said you've got solid H2O. No, I didn't say solid. I said you have H2O. And it's 0 degrees. Is that H2O going to freeze to ice? Or is it going to melt to a liquid? And how are you going to determine that? It's 0 degrees. It's 0 degrees. I have H2O in a 0 degree container. Is it ice that's melting, or is it water that's freezing? Celsius. It is confusing to think about. It is. It took me a long time the first time that I talked about this to actually be able to understand it. What is it that's going to determine if that H2O is freezing to a solid or melting to a liquid? Temperature of what? I said it was 0 degrees H2O. It becomes a solid? When? What has to happen in order for it to become a solid? Okay, help her out.
What? It has to be 1. I think it has to be 1 degree over. I don't know.
Over what?
Over 0 degree.
So it has to be +1?
Yeah.
And what's going to happen to my H2O? Okay, you are so on the right track. Fareed, help him out. He said it has to be 1 degree over in order to become a liquid. I need somebody other than these same people raising their hands. I need other opinions. Rabian. I've got H2O. I've got it in a container. What is going to determine if I have solid H2O or if I have liquid H2O? No, what's going to determine which one I have? Erica, help him out. Okay, Darius? Temperature of what? I said it's 0 degrees. H2O at 0 degrees will either melt or it will freeze. What's going to determine which one it does? Chris?
Is it the state it matters in?
Nope. The air around it. So the air particles that are in the container. So the temperature of the air particles in the container. Okay, so if the temperature of the container is warmer than 0 degrees, what's going to happen to my H2O? It's going to melt. Why? Okay, so can I stay back on this track though? If the temperature of my container is warmer than 0, then she said it was going to melt. Why?
Well, because the heat from the air, since it's 1 degree more, it's gonna do half of that. It's gonna both temperatures gonna combine probably half, which will make the H2O go up a half degree and become.
You lost me. I'm sorry. Can somebody say that a different way, talking about kinetic energy and transfer?
The warmer air particles are going to give kinetic energy to the H2O, and if it's 1 degree more, it'll get half of the 1 degree.
I don't care about how much. I want to hear about kinetic energy transfer. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So it'll give kinetic energy to the H2O, but it can't give more, like it can't give the H2O more than it has.
Extra.
Extra. It can't give extra, it has to be.
Okay. What if the container that I put this H2O in was below 0? Kalina, what's going to happen to my H2O? So what's going to happen to it? It'll get colder and it'll become a solid. It's going to freeze. A liquid going to a solid is freezing. A solid going to a liquid is melting. Every substance on Earth, the temperature at which it melts is the same temperature at which it freezes. Why? Why? Yeah. Every substance on Earth, the temperature at which it melts is the same temperature at which it freezes. Why? Your mind is blown, isn't it? It just went poof. I want somebody somebody new. I want somebody new. Who can explain this to me? Not these same kiddos. I want somebody new. Megan.
I thought about it and then I realized someone else said that.
I thought about it, then I thought about it, and then I what?
No, I knew it, but then someone else already said that and you said they were wrong.
I'm sorry? Miss Judd told you to bring me this. Okay, why is it melting temperature? How can that be? How can a melting temperature be the exact same as a substance's freezing temperature? She's got it now. Let's check and see if she really has it. Megan, how can that be?
It's a gas because it can't melt. It's a gas, so it can't melt.
Don't listen to Megan.
So it's a gas. It's a gas.
Okay,
Was that even the question?
Nazik. Nazik. Can anybody sitting in the back explain it for me? Because that was all kinds of wrong. Yeah, at least she attempted. Chicken. Okay, guys, quiet now. Quiet now. Trey, can you explain it? How can it be that a substance's melting temperature and freezing temperature are the exact same? James, can you help him? O'Bannon, can you help him out? Tristan, can you help him out? Are you kidding me? Charles, help me out.
Oh, yeah, okay, so the air around the... Oh, hey.
Did I hit you?
That was good.
Okay, Charles.
So the air around the substance depends, no, the temperature, I mean like the average kinetic.
Okay, Charles, concisely, what determines if a substance is going to melt or freeze at its melting and freezing points?
The air around.
Reading.
If it has a higher kinetic energy, then it's going to have a decreasing kinetic energy.
Okay, say that more concisely.
If it's liquid, if it has a higher temperature, an increase in temperature, an increase in kinetic energy,
If it's gaining kinetic energy, it is going to do what? Melt. If it is losing kinetic energy, it is going to do what? Freeze. Okay, so my kiddo's sitting down that we invited in. Kelsey, what determines... Oh, wait, I don't want to ask that again. Oh, I'm sorry. Kelsey, how do we determine how many calories of heat that it takes? How many calories of... No.
I was giving you ammunition.
Mazik? Mazik? What's the formula that we use to determine calories gained or lost? Solomon? What? I can't hear you. Marco? Hold on just 1 minute. If you joined class from another classroom, I need you to take your chair quietly. Sit down. Sit down. When I say quietly, I mean without talking. You know this. Pick up your chairs without making noise. Take them back. Sarah, I'm going to need you to move that desk over so they get out. Hey, Mazik. Mazik. Not done. Okay. Done? Good. Please stop tapping. Thank you guys for having this conversation. I really appreciate it. We're not finished. I do want to go over calories and how we figure the amount of calories used. How many? Put your hands down, please. What?
I remember it in medical head that there was already
Okay. The formula is calories equals mass times change in temperature. My first question is, how do we determine what the change in temperature is? Helena, how do we determine change in temperature? Tara, help her out with that equation. What? How do you determine? What? Are you sitting on my table? Don't. And stop with the paper and stop talking. Oh, so you didn't really have to go to the bathroom. Ashton?
Change in temperature equals temperature final minus temperature.
Okay, I don't talk like that though. I mean, that's not the way I would say it. How would somebody else say that?
The change in temperature equals the final temperature minus the starting.
Change in temperature is final temperature minus starting temperature. Doesn't matter what they are. You just have to find out how much the temperature, literally, just how much did it change. Who knows the symbol for change in? Delta. What does delta look like for those who don't have a visual? What?
Triangle.
What?
Triangle.
A triangle.
Triangle.
Okay, so I can have change in anything. I can have change in Faith's height. That would be delta Faith's height. That would be Faith's ending height and Faith's starting height. That would be change in Faith's height. So change in temperature is the final temperature minus the initial temperature and mass. Water. Bye. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Let me finish my first step.
I know, dear. I'm sorry.